To help celebrate 100 years of Haslemere Community Hospital, the Trust invited a group of former colleagues to return, take a look around and share some of their memories.
But yeah, that was a lovely children's ward. Yeah.
I first worked at Haslemere Hospital in 1950 when I came as a St John's cadet to work on the wards after school. I then came back in 1961 as an SHO. I've been at Haslemere Hospital my whole working life.
Rose Parry is a former senior nurse.
I originally came to Haslemere as a ward sister on the female surgical ward, Elizabeth ward. At that time we used to have 5 different surgical specialties here. I love surgery, so for me it was a dream come true.
I was always in that office.
Yeah.
I was medical secretary to consultants from the Royal Surrey who would come down and do weekly clinics here. So I worked for quite a variety of consultants and a variety of specialities.
Sue Bewley still works at the hospital as a housekeeping supervisor.
I am the 3rd generation of 4 generations of my family that have worked here or helped build the hospital. My granddad was part of the company that built this hospital. My auntie worked here in the late 50s in the housekeeping, and then I've worked here, and then my daughter works here as well.
The patients absolutely loved having their surgery here. The first Guildford knee replacement was actually done here at Haslemere as part of the elective pathway. The minor injuries was the first minor injuries unit in the country because it was set up in 1973.
According to some, Haslemere Hospital regularly finds itself at the centre of some spooky goings-on.
A few weeks ago, one of our overseas students said, "Do we have a ghost in this hospital?" And I said, "Oh yes, you've met the ghost as well."
Yeah, the night staff I think quite often talked about the ghost.
And when the wards were being refurbed, we had to get security guards in overnight to keep an eye on the hospital while there was no staff here. When I came in the mornings, they'd say, "Oh Sue, we're so pleased to see you. What a scary night we had."
Terrible, it was really spooky.
After they retired, Margaret Jenkins and Janet French both found themselves unable to resist the allure of working at Haslemere.
When I retired, I was then asked if I would do some bank work in minor injuries, and I worked there on the desk for 2 years.
And I left in 2000 doing 1 session a week in minor injuries, having retired from the practice 5 years before.
It's fair to say that Haslemere Hospital is cherished by the local community.
Over the years, this hospital would not have survived without the total support of the community and the general practitioners who have supported all the inpatient services.
I mean, I've got one patient that used to be on the ward 13 years later. He still comes on a Friday with his wife and has fish and chips. So the community absolutely love this hospital.
I think Haslemere Hospital really was a family, and we all worked together as a team.
It's got very happy memories for me. One of the happiest times of my employment life.
I love Haslemere Hospital because we're unique.
It's a tremendous place to work. I wouldn't have changed it for anywhere else.